In general, life for Bangkokians and people in other provinces has returned to a semblance of normality after the easing of the shutdown restrictions took effect
Yes.
yesterday. People went out for haircut, for hair wash, and tennis and badminton courts were busy with players who had been denied their favorite sports for the past 1 month. So yesterday was just like any Sunday that we have known, Kunata.
Yes, the past 1 month must have been very, very difficult situation because mostly people has to comply with stay-at-home order. So yesterday was the first day of the easing of all restriction, even though it's not totally back to normal, Kuntepchai, but we can see how people are participating in different activities as they can do as much as they can. And this is what happened in Suan Lumpini or Lumpini
Yeah.
Park, public park
No,
in central of Bangkok.
we certainly can take comfort from the fact that most people that we have come across are wearing face masks. As you can see in the pictures just now, that people jogging at Lumpini Park, all of them were seen wearing face masks. So the plea by medical authorities for people to practice social distancing and wearing face masks and hand cleaning seem to be has been responded quite well by the members of the public in general. But of course, what was disturbing yesterday were the chaotic scenes at several convenience stores and supermarkets. Kunata, you must have seen pictures of people rushing to buy alcohol beverages because yesterday
Yes,
was the first day that the ban on alcohol sales in most provinces, including Bangkok, was lifted. And so
yes,
pictures and videos of people scrambling to have their hands on beer boxes at supermarkets and convenience stores went viral,
yes,
sparking widespread criticisms and concerns among medical authorities. But alcohol sales in many provinces, Konata, are still banned, with the exception of Bangkok and a few other provinces.
yes. Alcohol sales in Nakhon Pathom and Rayong are still banned until 15th of May, Kuntepchai. In Chanthaburi, Pathum Thani, Phetchaburi, Phitsanulok, Sakeo and Songkhla, the sales of alcohol will only be allowed about the end of this month. But yesterday it was the scene that we could see how people rushed to many supermarkets at sharply at about 11 o'clock because they want to buy alcohol sales. It's the time that alcohol is available to be sold in Thailand from 11 a.m. And there is a time slot. That's why we could see how many shopkeepers would like to get alcohol beverages as much as they can, Kuntepchai.
Yeah, and in the aftermath of these chaotic scenes, officials from the anti-COVID center today went around checking various convenience stores and supermarkets to make sure that the proprietors and the employees there, help enforce the social distancing rules and to try to impose some order for the customers who certainly who still will be flocking to buy alcohol beverages. When the explanation from the operators of some of these convenience stores is that they try their best, to put some semblance of order in the buying process for the customer, but they didn't expect people to turn out in such large numbers. So they admitted that they were not prepared for that kind of chaos. So that's why we saw this chaos in many of these places. People stockpiling, rushing or scrambling against each other. To have their hands on the nearest boxes of beers and other alcohol drinks.
This issue is a case of concern for police officer and Royal Thai Armed Forces. Defense Forces Chief Pornpipat Benyasi, who heads the Royal Thai Armed Forces Security Emergency Response Center, he also said that alcohol sales have now been temporarily banned in many provinces still and allowed to resume in many provinces, but still there are certain rules that have to be complied, and provinces have to maintain even stricter patrols to ensure public compliance. An inspection will have to be carried out within 28 days from now. And those who found guilty of violating the ban on drinking in public places face up to 2 years in jail and fines for up to 40,000 baht, คุณเทพชัย. So it means that even though the sale of alcohol can be allowed in many supermarkets, but they cannot eat in any restaurant. It's still banned to eat alcohol, to drink alcohol in restaurants.
Yes, you can buy them and take them home, but not to take a sip or have a drink at any places in public. So, but we could have never imagined that alcohol beverages could have become such a big issue. But besides this chaos at supermarkets and convenience stores yesterday, there was also a big rush out of the city, Bangkok, over the weekend. As we can see, long lines of roads, waiting in queuing to go out of the city. And certainly this came as a big disappointment for authorities who had expected people to stay home during the long weekend. And the southern province of Phuket also became a center of attention after thousands of people joined in a rush to leave the cities, which had been under lockdown for over a month. And as we all know, that Phuket is now known as a hotspot of the pandemic, and the weekend exodus, caused concerns among people in the neighboring provinces. However, officials of the Interior Ministry insisted that these people who were leaving Phuket over the weekend had been screened for coronavirus. So that means that they were not infected, they were safe, and that's why they were allowed to leave the island for their hometown in neighboring provinces.
Surely it must be big headache for Center of COVID-19 and all the officials around the country. And what has happened today will show result in next week or 14 days or so, คุณเทพชัย. So if things have gone to worse situation, probably they have to reverse and take stricter measure again all over the country in order to fight and curb the spread of the coronavirus.
Now, we have been told by medical experts that the second wave of the coronavirus is something not something that cannot be avoided because of the nature of the disease. But of course, it also depends a lot on how we all in this society behave. If we relax and we become too complacent, then the chance of the second wave becoming serious, is always there. So the common sense measures of hand washing, keeping social distance have to be strictly observed. There is no escape from that.
Yes, but what we have seen yesterday and today is very nature human beings that people just want to socialize and get back to normality as we know it before COVID-19. So it's a tough challenge ahead for all of us in Thailand and around the world as well.